So what's up, y'all? We just drove 18 hours and it was only supposed to take 5 hours because, don't turn your head. Jimmy here decided to take 16 bathroom breaks and honey buns and everything else. Y'all know how it is traveling with old people, but Jimmy, why are we here?
We're here to look at a big dump truck. He brought me because he probably can't drive it. I'll have to drive it.
Yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah, I'm trying to find Jimmy a new dump truck, so let's go see what we found. All right, y'all, so this is what we found. Volvo A30C. And nobody is here to show us how to operate it, so I guess me and old Jimbo is going to jump in it and figure it out. But it's a 2000 model. I think it's got 15,000 hours on it. Y'all are seeing it for the first time just like I am. It's got plenty of tread on that one. This one right here is pretty wore, but I think it'll be all right. Y'all see over in there? I've never seen one, well, besides the truck we rented for Worx pond. This thing is big, but she is beautiful. This tire looks fairly new. It's got plenty of tread on it. I do believe they said the center pins in this one has been recently replaced. They do have another truck right here, but it's actually missing a door, and they said it's got a little bit of an exhaust leak. I'm still going to look at it too, because missing a door is not really a big deal. I may tell them to take the door off that one if I like this truck better. But yeah, that one's got a brand new tire on the front of it. So front tires look better on this one. It's only that one tire that looks more wore out, but this one's still got plenty of life in it. But we're gonna see if we can't get this thing crunk up and see what she sounds like anyway. Maybe the key's in it. It's got a little place right there on the bed we'll have to cut off and fix, but it don't look like it's ever had a gate attached to it. Body looks good, framework looks good. It's got some rust right there, but all that's surface rust. Alright, so this thing is deader than a hammer. Jimmy's been trying to crank it and he don't know how to crank it. That's the only reason why I brought him. There's got to be a kill switch on it somewhere, a disconnect. So there's the fuses. It's missing a is that speed or tachometer? Hours it's showing 15,500. No start. So I'm gonna pop the hood on it and see if I can't find a disconnect switch, or call the old boy out here to come show us what to do, because neither one of us know what we're doing. So I found a disconnect switch. Looks like it may already be on. I don't even know how you work this thing. Try it now, Jimmy. Hey, you ain't got no brakes, so be careful.
I ain't planning on going nowhere.
Still won't start? Okay, so won't start. So I don't remember if I said it or not. This thing, they said it don't have a parking brake, and the service brakes are not that great, if it have any brakes at all. I don't know. I tried getting up in there and seeing. It's just got a you know, like a rotor and a caliper. So I mean, I knew that before I come up here. It does have a new differential thing there, rebuilt anyway, so that may be a good sign. I'm not sure. But I've been watching Dirt Perfect's channel on some of his older videos when he was fixing up Bubba Dump. So even if the thing does need brakes, I'm not really worried about it. I feel like that's something we can do. It's just heavy. That's what I told Jimmy. I said, you know, it's nothing we couldn't do. It's just gonna be heavy. Well, we got stuff to pick up heavy stuff, so I'm not real concerned about that. What I am worried is now that I'm up next to this thing, I don't think this thing's gonna fit in my shop long ways. I know it will height wise, but man, this thing's long. Yeah, she's a hoss. I didn't want a 30, I wanted an A25, but I just could not find one anywhere remotely close to me. So this is in Glasgow, Kentucky, which is about right at 5 hours away from me. That's really the closest thing I could find. And they only had 2 left, and the guy said, hey man, I'll take this much for them, and he come off of them considerably. So I said, well crap, I gotta go look now. So maybe we can get this thing started. All right, y'all, so he just gave me a crash course on how to drive this thing. I'm gonna get Jimmy in here. Hopefully we don't crash. Can I put this thing? Jimmy, what in the world are we doing? It's fun, but I cannot see nothing out of it. Now we don't have reverse. We don't have nothing. All right, I sit here and lost air pressure holding the brake that we don't have, so I think I gotta wait for my air pressure to go back up. Y'all just be patient. We don't know what we're doing. All right, y'all, I'm gonna dump the bed on it now, so I think it's just that up. I'm not giving it no throttle. Raising pretty good. Jimmy said he didn't think it raised up enough. I'm gonna raise it all the way up and see what it looks like. think there's no power lines over me. Raises up great. They're not even giving it throttle. Alright, I just raised it. I think it could go even more.
He just didn't raise it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Boy, this thing is touchy. Man. Alright, so we got to turn the key off, pull this lever. Alright, let's get out, look over this thing. So I guess the guy that actually come out here and showed me this thing, he actually owns this place. He was telling me it may just be the brake chamber that's why the brakes aren't working. But I do have a little bit of brakes, but it seemed like every now and then I could hear something, exhaust or whatever, and then it would grab. So the brake chamber may just be the problem with that. He also showed me how to check these bushings right here, and they look very tight. He said this truck has had a when they redone the bushings in the rear end. What else did he say, Jimmy? They did the bushings on the cylinders there, and they redid the pins. All this has been replaced. So, and the shocks and springs, whatever that is, the suspension on it has been fairly gone through. So it shifted a little bit funny to me, but then again, I don't know about these trucks until it got warmed up, and then it shifted really good. I think you can see the parking brake in there, or maybe, yeah, right, this is the parking brake. So all that's pretty easy to get to, or look at anyway. So yeah, I don't know, maybe we should, you want to fire up the other truck and see what it sounds like? And all it was the reason why it wouldn't start is because Jimmy didn't turn the key all the way over. So the guy just turned the key on and it fired right up. So sounds really good anyway. It actually sounds very, very good, and it's strong. So let's see if Jimmy can fire this one up.
Okay.
I think the disconnect's off on this one. No, it was on. Hold on, I'll get the key out of the other one. All right, Jimmy's gonna fire this other one up. Go ahead.
It ain't gonna take off, is it?
You in it?
I ain't gonna sit in this wet seat.
Don't sit in it. Just crank it. Damn, it's like a woman. That one's definitely got an exhaust leak, which they said it did. You can hear that exhaust leak in this one pretty good. All right, turn it off. I don't want it. It's gonna be bad if this is a better truck. So the bed looks pretty good in this one. I don't see any holes or really bad war spots. He said this thing come out of a sand pit. It's been in a sand pit its whole life in South Carolina, maybe. They say South Carolina. Sand pit in South Carolina, wasn't it?
Yeah. I think
Yeah. So that sand pit had 50 of these trucks in it, and they either shut down or something. And these are the last two this guy bought. He bought 7 of them and was going to put them in his rental fleet, but pretty much doesn't have the manpower to keep everything up, so he just decided to sell them. So I may see what he'll charge me to go through the brakes on this thing while I'm here, since they have the knowledge and the equipment to really do it. But we shall see. That one's got a brand new tire on it. I wonder if I can tell him to take that tire off and put it on this one. So Jimmy was crying that the seat was wet in this other truck, but it ain't wet. I'm gonna crank this one up and move it around, and just to see while we're here. You never know. See, this has got all the gauges and stuff seem to still be working in it. So I'm gonna let this thing warm up, build up its air pressure, and move it around a little bit. So this one wasn't ever built air pressure. It would move, but it's sitting there buzzing at me, and one of the gauges is never even moving at all on the air pressure thing. So I think this truck's got some bigger issues, and when I give it throttle, you get a little bit of white smoke and then it's black smoke. So definitely got some injection problems. Which then again, that may be something as simple as a filter or whatnot, and of course that's leaking out. So I think this is a no-go on this truck. So let's look at this one a little bit more. All right, we just popped the hood on this thing, gonna look around. Something looks like it's leaking right here, but I don't know what. It could be this little reservoir thing, whatever that is. That's busted. Other than cylinder number 2 right there, everything else looks dry, and it may just be a leaking valve cover. Not sure. I'm gonna fire it back up and let it run right here a second and see if we see anything.
Ready? Yeah.
Alright, so I checked the blow-by on it. The thing has 0 blow-by. I'm thinking maybe that is from a leaking valve cover gasket. What I do like about this is each head is individual, it seems like. I think. I could be wrong. I don't know. Looks like they're all individual. I can't see the back side of them, but doesn't seem too bad to work on if I had to. I don't want to work on it, but don't know if it's got any water in it. That's one thing. I don't know, because none of the gauges up there work. Alright guys, me and Jimmy's finally about to head to the house. He's been in there wheeling and dealing. I guess y'all just have to stick around and find out.